to make the cuts at the top of our work. So again, we're going to click on the sketch tool, click on the front face of Extrude 4, click on the front of the cube. Let's zoom in, because zooming in makes it easier to see. Let's draw two corner rectangles. Here's one, and we'll draw a second here. Now we need to dimension. So D, we'll click on the dimension tool. So the distance from this side to the side here of our work is 11.25. So we change that by selecting this line, select this line, and change to be 11.25. Repeat that on the opposite side. We want the thickness of the cut to be 3.5. And lastly, we want the height from that line to the top line to be 6. Repeat for this side and accept. Let's spin our work round in 3D, but let's not zoom out this time so we can still see. We'll click on the Extrude tool, we'll select 1 and 2 of the cuts. Let's get the arrow and drag them through and choose Remove Material and accept. Lastly, we're just going to add a simple round to match this one here. So we're going to zoom in, use our cube just to change the angle a little bit so we can see this edge and this edge. We're going to choose the fillet tool, select one, select the other, and change to be 3. Green tick to accept. Let's zoom out so we can see our work, which is exactly what you need to create the acrylic window panels. To do this, select New Sketch. Pick the front datum plane. It should say front plane in the window here. Pick the front on your cube. Zoom out a little, and it is up to you. You can either sketch your window here, or you can sketch it on this side. To do that, select the corner rectangle tool and draw a rectangle. Select the dimension tool. We want the measurements this time to be 144 by 52. Now, if you just want some neatness, you could make all of this in the middle by selecting this line and the middle circle, changing that measurement to 72. Everything is now centered. Now what we need to do is just alter our window ever so slightly with a cutout. So select the corner rectangle, click on the corner, and drag down to the middle line, which is now at 72, which is of course halfway of the height, and repeat the same on the opposite side. Let's select the dimension tool and let's dimension the width of this small piece here to be 3.5. Let's repeat on the opposite side. So now we have a small cut. However, the wooden panel cutouts are 3.5 to allow for a very tight fit because these are made of plywood. The windows, the acrylic panels, are made out of acrylic, which is a different thickness. So actually we want to edit these two. They are ever so slightly smaller at 3.4 and 3.4. And that's how we edit a dimension. Let's accept use the cube to spin, extrude, pick our shape, and this time we choose 3. Accept. That is one window done. We now need to add our second, so let's quickly do that. So a sketch on the front datum, select front, let's select a rectangle. We're going to do that next to this one here. If you notice, I've got a little leader line here. This means it's all going to line up perfectly. I'll draw my rectangle, choose my dimension tool. Let's dimension the height to be 144. Let's dimension my width to be 52. Exactly the same as the first time. This time though, we want the rectangles to come up from underneath. Notice again, because I've placed this in the middle, it snaps to this point. Let's choose the dimension tool and choose the width, the gap, to be 3.4. Accept, get our cube and spin around, select the extrude tool, select our shape, change the measurement to be 3, and accept. We've now got our 2 acrylic windows and our 2 wooden panels for type B design.